We start with 1 hour chart. We want to see how we can look for trade. If we refer to our analysis, since the price was within this move, we have been looking for buy, and we put 0.076 following by 0.078 as a target. Anyway, we want, as we can see, the price almost is within this one, and they start to correct, because we mentioned we want to see whether this one can turn to a correction relative to this or not. Anyway, we move these things out, we take out, we don't need it, and now we want to see what's the next. First of all, we want to see whether the price, we can see the price broke the previous top. And if we refer to the indicators, we see we have a divergence. How about the MACD? Yes, it's losing the momentum, right? Can we consider this one as a flat? And this is what we get, because explain my last in my last analysis, we explained about this. Can we expect the price to give us one more drop, at least with the retest previous low or not? In this case, we move to higher time frame. We want to see what we have. First, we try to see how we can look at the chart. Then from there, if we get any trade setup we'll to look for, then we will discuss about it. First, we want to see how we can look at the chart. Anyway, for the subscribers who cannot get the notification, we have a Telegram group. I share all the links, even on the Twitter, they can join there. And beside, we have the playlist. They can find the latest update from there rather than searching on the main page. And in this case, we start with the daily chart. Most of the chart, they have a similar movement. Right now, that we want to see whether this one can turn to a flat for one more drop. That's mean relative to this. But even we get one more drop, in terms of the length, is not going to be really similar to what we have here. At least retest the previous low and reverse. Or this is the start of the up move. That's why we need to be quite careful. That's why right now we're looking at this, okay, based on lower time frame. That's mean if you move to forward chart, if we refer to our last analysis, we explain there is a possibility this one tend to correction relative to this for one more drop before we get next move. Okay, now, and even we may discuss about the possibility of this one tend to internal flat. As we saw based on 1 hour chart, the price broke the previous top. We want to see whether we can get one more drop with the retest the previous low or not. What I want to say is that if anyone wants to look for buy based on lower time frame, they should be aware about this possibility. In this case, we move to 1 hour chart. We want to see how we can look for trade. As we mentioned, we have a divergence. That means we can expect to get one more drop and at least retest this low. Whether we can look for sell or not, it depends on the strategy the traders they use. And the only way is the simplest option. If we get any short move with a flag, we take the trade. Okay, that's mean we don't have any trade setup right now. And if we look at this one as a flat, internal flat, as a 1 2 3 divergence, we can expect to get the one more drop. Whether the next drop is going to retest this low, or we consider this one as a first move, deeper correction for next move. We cannot confirm right now, and the only thing is we need to see the drop. Then from there we see how low it can go. If we put our fib here, we can confirm. We can approximately say how deep it can go. But right now we don't have any trade setup. And if we get any sell within this range with the breakout of this low, we can look for, it depends on the traders, either based on 1 or 15 minute, 1 hour chart or 15 minute. The only times we can, if we want to look for sell, we need to get the sharp move down with the flag, then we can look for sell. And even if we want to look for buy, we need to see the price start to drop as a corrective move. Then from there, we can see whether we can look for buy or not. If the price drop as a corrective move, we are not going to look for sell. If we want to look for sell, we need to see the sharp move flag. Okay. Anyway, we don't have any trade setup. And what we see here, we can expect to get at least one more drop with the retest this low. Then from there, we see how we can look at the chart. And that's mean if we get a short-term sell, we can look for trade. As I mentioned, it's a short term. Anyway, we don't have any trade setup. We just follow the chart. If I see any update, I will share. Thanks.